So we're going to go from downward facing dog. We've got this beautiful downward facing dog here, and we're going to bring our weight forward over our shoulders into plank pose. Pressing out through the heels, weight forward, draw the belly button up towards the spine, and then lower down to the floor. Now, Philip is strong enough to go all the way down to the floor through a move called Chataranga Dandasana. A lot of people aren't, so we can just drop down to the knees and come down. Would you like to demonstrate that, Philip? Just coming down through the knees, just to give people an idea. So if you're not strong enough, if your shoulders are not strong enough, you come down to your knees and lower down that way, much easier. And she's just going to rest there for a moment. She's got her hands stacked up, resting her forehead. And we're going to think about the back body. We don't think of our back bodies very much. We don't see them, you know. And, you know, as I said before, back bending is just as much about opening the front body as it is about going backwards. So the first thing we need to do is reach out through the feet. Just reach out to lengthen the legs. We draw the inner thighs together. It's just a little movement, and we lift the pelvic floor, which are the muscles we use to stop the flow of urine, or in yoga terms, mula bandha. And that will stabilise the lower back, okay? Keeping everything nice and safe through this area here. We're going to bring our hands so they're just underneath our shoulders, and our elbows are nicely tucked in. Now I'm sure Philippa's nice and flexible here, so she's got her hands a little bit further back. Before we come up, as I said, I've said this twice and I'll say it 3 times, we need to lengthen the front body before we come up. So we reach out through the head, scooping the head forward as we press up. There we go. And that stops us from dropping back too hard here into the lower back. A lot of people say, but it hurts my lower back when I'm doing cobra pose. Come down, Philippa, just rest. Yeah, it can hurt your lower back because you're dropping back. There's not enough length and strength in the front body. You need to lift up as you scoop up. Another thing that can help here is to take your hands a little bit further forward. You know? Don't have them so far back. So maybe Philippa can just bring her hands a little bit further forward as she reaches out through the feet, draws the inner thigh together, lifts the pelvic floor, scoops her head forward to lengthen the body. Lift the breastbone up and through. Ah, yes. And if your neck is really happy, you can take your gaze up to the ceiling. Not many people's necks are very happy about that, but that's okay. And come down. That's it. And rest. And there's another lovely little variation you can do here. If full cobra pose or bhujangasana is not for you, sphinx pose works really well. So if you demonstrate the sphinx pose, Philippa, that's where you keep your elbows on the floor, just underneath your shoulders, and reach forward. You're getting all of the benefit of cobra pose without that problems in the shoulders. A lot of people have rotator cuff injuries, other shoulder injuries, and it's just too hard to keep the shoulders up and down and maintain the pose safely. So do sphinx pose.